Are you the same Louis Fletcher Thompson who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 0273 for the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon on February 10th, 2022 for a period of 5 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
State?
Your Honor, violation of condition number 4. In Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Louis Fletcher Thompson, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of September and October 2022 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
And we'll waive the remaining violations, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No objection, Judge.
Did you understand by pleading true, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there an agreement?
Your Honor, there is an agreement to deny the motion and to alter and amend for inpatient treatment. The state is agreeable to lifetime recovery, which he has done before. However, if for some reason he doesn't qualify or can't, then it would be state ISF.
All right, is that the agreement?
That's the agreement, Your Honor. And just a little bit of background, having since been on probation, he was rendered homeless. I did speak with the Vice President of Admissions, Mr. Welch, for lifetime recovery. He did state that he could be possibly transferred with the court's okay in about 1.5 to 2 weeks. And it did say that they can assist him with housing, they can assist him with additional counseling, and they can help him with placements in terms of possible Haven for Hope, an Oxford home, or things of that nature. And I believe the state and the defense is agreeable in that there will be more opportunities for him with lifetime recovery and the resources they have versus ISF. I believe the recommendation for ISF was for cognitive reasons, not particularly significant drug reasons, but he has fallen on hard times, Your Honor. He has not reoffended or picked up any number ones. He did, fail to report for a couple months, and he did want me to apologize on his behalf for that, Judge. But we're hoping that he can get the chance for treatment to get back on the right track. And it would be a shorter process than the ISF.
Ms. Fletcher, Mr. Fletcher, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand. Why are you not reporting?
Well, because I was staying with my sister and I thought she would take me to put in, and she never did. And she's the one who told me that.
She's the one who what?
She's the one who sold me the drugs.
All right, who's your sister?
Lloyd Martinez.
All right, you're not supposed to be staying with Gloria Martinez.
I know. I'm sorry. I
Well,
thought she would help me, but.
well, no, you're not supposed to be staying with her. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
How far did you go in school?
Well,
So there are rules in place for you. If you don't follow those rules, you could end up going to prison for 20 years.
yes, ma'am.
You are not allowed to stay with Gloria Martinez.
Yes,
That is
ma'am.
clearly in your conditions.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
And, well, I mean, you should be sorry for you
I know.
because you're making bad decisions as though your life means nothing. Why you would want to live with somebody who is selling you ice is beyond me when you know you have a drug problem. You
I'm
understand?
sorry.
Well, no, I mean, you should be apologizing to yourself and apologizing to your body
Yes, ma'am.
and apologizing to Lifetime Recovery, because Lifetime Recovery spent resources on you, and they spent resources on you because they think you're worth it. And then you just throw it all away to go live with your sister who's using drugs and giving you drugs.
And Your Honor, he was living with her, but he had since stopped, and he was at the homeless shelter, so he realized he was there. He was not picked up there or anything like that. He was picked up when he was living at Haven for Hope. So he had since stopped that relationship, and he's in agreement that he's not going to go back there. Yeah, he wasn't living with her at the time of him getting picked up.
I've been homeless for 2 months.
Well, I mean, about being homeless, do you have a job? Did you get a job?
I get SSI.
All right, so I know that if you receive SSI, SSI does help you with housing. Everybody, not you per se, But a majority, well, I won't even say a majority. Some people are just, oh, I'm homeless. And they're not trying to get a job. I see people every day who are coming up to my car, wanting to wash my windshield, or coming up to me, wanting me to give them money. At some point, people should be tired of, let me go out here and beg today and beg somebody to give me money. Wouldn't it be so much better? Wouldn't it be so much for your self-esteem if you didn't have to beg people for money?
I don't do that.
Well, you need to get a job.
Yes, ma'am.
You need to stop living with your sister.
Yes, ma'am.
And being contrite in front of me and apologizing for doing what you know is wrong is not really an apology. That's an apology to me for getting caught. It's not a true apology. That's you saying it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. You knew you were not supposed to live with your sister. So instead of coming to court and asking for permission, your idea was, I'm going to live with my sister. And I know your sister then forced drugs upon you. You know you have a drug issue, but you went to go live with your sister because you could get drugs. And now you're coming to the court and saying, let me apologize to you. Let me ask for forgiveness because I didn't want permission because I knew you were not giving it. So I'll follow your agreement, but I'm telling you right now, everything that you do from here on out, you need to ask yourself, is this something that could potentially result in me going to prison for 20 years? Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And if in your mind you say, the decision I'm making right now, I don't know, there's a possibility it could result in me going to prison for 20 years, then you shouldn't do it. And don't try to do this thing with me where you're asking for forgiveness instead of permission. And if it's something that definitely tells you, oh yeah, I'm going to get in trouble for this, then you definitely should not be doing it. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And when you get out of lifetime, I'm going to deny the motion. Alternate mean conditions to lifetime recovery. Lifetime recovery will be picking you up from the Bexar County Jail. And he is not to have any contact with Gloria Martinez. Do I need to say it again? Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, I'll definitely, after we speak, admonish him about the consequences. I know you did a great job of that, and I think that is a good idea, being transferred directly into it, because he has since detoxed, and it'd be a good opportunity for him to grow there. But we do appreciate the opportunity. He's appreciative of the opportunity, and I'm sure he's not going to be saying sorry in the future. He's going to be saying thank you for the chance.
Thank you, Counselor.
I'm sorry. Thank you for the chat.
All right, you're welcome.
I'm just going to show you respect. That's all.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Oh.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Are you the same Louis Fletcher Thompson who's placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 0273 for the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon on February 10th, 2022 for a term of 5 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Your Honor, in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Louis Fletcher Thompson, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of October and November 2023 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
And Your Honor, I don't believe there's any other violations of conditions.
No. Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
True.
No, knowing that I could sentence you to prison for 20 years and up to $10,000 fine, do you still wish to plead to true to violation of condition number 4?
Yes.
Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is that?
Counsel.
That my client is going to remain in custody to do another top evaluation, continue him on deferred adjudication.
All right, so I'm wondering, why should I do this? And the reason why I ask that is because this is not his first motion to revoke. So we had previous motion to revoke for him, and he was to participate in lifetime recovery program.
Which he did, Your Honor.
All right.
Completed.
And then after that, he was here just April 13th, 2023. It was a violation of condition number 4. And now we're back for another violation of condition number 4. I don't know if there's anything to do for him.
We're not gonna sit here, Your Honor, and make excuses for my client. There have been substantial issues in his life. He's homeless, not that that's an excuse. I mean, he's working to make himself better at this point. He indicated to me, and I know I talked to probation as well, that probation makes every single accommodation available to have him report, whether that's in person, on the phone, via Zoom. So opportunities have been made. He's not here telling the court, you know what, I just absconded. He's actually trying. He's been through some turbulent circumstances in his life. One of those being is he's gotten some of his objects stolen from him, his cell phone, so that made it a little bit impossible for him. He doesn't have a vehicle, he's homeless, so he hasn't had those opportunities, but he's keeping to try and do better. If the court looks at the motion or at the paperwork submitted by probation, he's continuing to do everything. He's completed the classes. So we're asking this court to just give him the opportunity to not be a convicted felon in this matter.
Probation,
Judge would have said that if he is not revoked or him to undergo a new tap and make DDRF screening while he's in custody. And if DDRF is recommended, if he meets the criteria that he actually be sent to DDRF, that is if he's not revoked.
okay. Is there anything you wish to say?
Yes, I do.
All right, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
My name is Louis Fletcher Thompson III.
All right, what do you wish to say?
That I tried to put in, but they moved my probation office to a different area, and I don't know San Antonio like this. So I got lost. I tried to find it 2 days in a row, and I got lost on the west side. I had to sleep in the streets 'cause I couldn't find it. And I promise I tried.
So why don't you just go back to the same probation office?
Cause they moved me.
No. Even though they move you, if you get lost and you can't find the location, why not just go back to your regular location and say, hey, I can't find this new location y'all are sending me to. I'm not familiar with San Antonio. Where is it?
Oh, I didn't know that I could do that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
'Cause the goal
but
is to make-
If y'all gave me another chance, can you put me back over there?
no, I mean, I'm not in charge of where you're placed. So what are we going to do about this?
Well, I believe that if the court does keep him on the deferred and we do the whole new top evaluation and the DDRF, I think it would be beneficial for him to actually do the DDRF program, which is something that he's indicated to me.
All right, so how are we going to address the homeless issue and all of that?
Well,
Can I go to a homeless group home?
No, I mean, it's just in general. No, you're not doing that right now. Right now, I'm trying to make a decision on whether to revoke you or not. They're saying TAP evaluation and DDRF, which is fine. But my concern is if I go along with this, once he's completed everything, are we going to be right back here with he has no place to stay, he's missing?
I guess that question, Judge, is a little bit more outside
No, it's not.
my pay grade in the sense that I do not know the answer to cure homelessness at this point. Had I known the answer to that, I don't think I would be a lawyer at this point, but if the programs actually do allow him to maybe do some rehabilitation and get him into the workforce, that would essentially give him the opportunity to get his life together, get him a job, get him a pay, and he can start looking for an actual place to reside. But at this moment, I don't have a solution.
I get SSI.
Okay, so they have a community court. They probably have some resources that can be given to him. If you get those resources in writing or something and give to him.
Well, I think that would be fantastic for him, but if that's the case, then I don't want him to be a convicted felon because maybe he won't be allowed to get some of those resources, especially for second-degree felonies.
So if I continue him, you're walking over the community court, which is right next door, to get those resources. So he have them before he leaves to go back to the jail today.
I think that would be a great idea. I'll walk over to County Court 15 and get those.
All right. Court will deny the motion, alternate conditions to include TAP and DDRF in custody. Is there anything else?
Nothing further from the defense.
Is there anything else you need from the court?
No, ma'am.
Probation, is there anything else?
I would ask that maybe make it a condition that if he report, if he doesn't report after 1 month, to file the MCR.
Yes. All right. If you don't report after 1 month, a motion to revoke is going to be filed. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Is there anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All
No,
right. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks, Judge.
You're welcome.
So go next. One.
Yes. And Deputy Mahia, he's going to go next door to grab some information for him.